This is the seat off of a Schwinn Airdyne Exercycle. This was in the garbage. It looks like it's brand new. No damage anywhere on it. And I was able to sell it on Bonanza for $40. This is another GE Wildcat. This one is in avocado green, and it's one of the last of the GE Wildcats. GE sold their turntable division to Interstate, which then sold these Wildcats under the names of Emerson and Concert Hall. I actually found this one on Shop Goodwill, I think it's what it's called. Anyway, it was online, and it wasn't an auction or anything, but I got it shipped to me. Purchase price and shipping total was under $50. And although it said it wasn't working, I have done enough of these to not be too scared off by non-working turntables such as this. So I did a complete service on it, new stylus. It's kind of cool. This one actually, I've never seen the operator's manual on these before, but it came with that 45 RPM adapter. And I always imagined these would have been found in teenage girls' bedrooms in the 70s. This one made probably about 1975. I don't remember these growing up. I don't remember seeing one, but now I've bought and sold quite a few. And this one got top dollar, $350. This is a more modern Denon AVR. It's only stereo though. It doesn't have any surround sound or anything like that. But it's probably one of the last home audio video amplifiers that is just stereo. And interesting how I got this. I was up in Minneapolis. I'd driven up to buy some equipment, and at one of the people, they said they had this old Denon receiver. And I said, oh boy, that thing, they didn't know if it worked or not. I said, it's a really heavy tank. I don't know if I want it. And I ended up actually getting what I wanted, a record player, for $10 less. And I had him throw this in too, take it away from him. It came with the original touch remote. Kind of dates it there. But I was still able to get $175 for this. This is a gold tone metal starburst clock ray. I got this along with a bunch of other clock parts a long time ago. I held on to them thinking I was going to come across a clock that needed these, but finally decided to put them up for sale. I have 3 of them, and I originally put all 3 up for sale at $40, I believe. And somebody just wanted one, and he wrote me a couple of times. I finally capitulated and adjusted the listing to be just for one, and made him make me an offer, and he offered $16 for just one. I thought that was a pretty fair deal. Another used reel tape. This is a very popular brand, XL, and it did have some music on it. It wasn't recorded very well, so I used my bulk eraser and listed it as a blank tape, although used. Was able to get $25 for this single 7-inch tape. This is a Macintosh CD player. This came out in the mid-80s when most CD players did, but this is a Macintosh, very, very high-end. I made a trip about an hour and a half or so out of town to an estate sale. I had looked at the pictures, and there was a pile of not really desirable components, but I could just see through the mess. If I zoomed in, I saw the Macintosh name, and did a little research and decided it'd be worth the effort to get there. There weren't numbers passed out, but Penny and I were the first one, some of the first ones in, and I made a beeline right for it. It was priced high, $395. And when I was checking out, the lady thought I said $3.95, and that's what she charged me. But I did a turnaround and pointed out her mistake, which she was very thankful for. But in any case, this didn't take much to get ready for sale. I did make a video of it and priced it a lot higher than these have sold in the past. There weren't any up for sale when I listed mine. It took 2 days to sell for $1,075. This older realistic CB radio is just a 23 channel model before they switched over, expanded to 41. I was able to test it and it works. The only reason I bought it at a garage sale early last summer, about a year ago now, was that it still had the mount and the original owner's manual, and of course the microphone. And I was able to get $40, but it did take about a year. This is another radio head unit off of a German console stereo. This is off a Grundig, this one was called a Locarno. And although the cabinet was in good shape, the record player didn't work, and I've already sold that for $125. This was something I had to drive out of town to go get, asking $40 when I got there and kind of played around with it. I was able to get them down to $20 for the console. And so I'm just selling the parts off it. And this Grundig radio chassis, it's got all the tubes and it works, sold for $125. This star-shaped clock I found at a online auction, and I was the only bidder at $2.50, and I thought it was unique enough to put a high price on it, so I priced it at $175. Yesterday, kind of funny, I got an offer of $140, but when I looked at the offer, all I saw was Starburst, and I was thinking it was my $300 Starburst clock, so I declined it. And then I realized what I had done. I'd probably have countered with $150. So I just, I've got a lot of watchers on it, so I put out offers to them all for $150, and it sold immediately. This is a still sealed Herb Alpert cassette that I picked up at a garage sale. You can't help picking up things like this for a quarter and taking a chance that I can make some money, and this sold for $10. Took about 2 months though, maybe 3. Another watch from my collection that I started back in the 80s and down to just a dozen or so. This is a Mark Nicollet, must have been a designer of some sort. There are others out there for sale, but this is a 10 karat gold filled, very nice clean face on it. And it's a self winder and it does work. Hear that, but it does self-wind is when you move your wrist. And a nice croc embossed band. I don't know if that's a real crocodile, but anyway, this sold for $150. Another Wildcat record player that I nabbed off of Shop Goodwill auction site for $10. I calculated the shipping charges and they were around $20. So I've got a little over $30 invested in this, plus about 45 minutes to service the turntable. Everything's working great on it. I actually just finished it up on Friday, and Saturday morning I tested it and put it up for sale with a video, and it sold within like an hour for $300. This is a vintage Sears fan, probably from the 60s, 70s. Avocado green, very large, 24-inch blade diameter. And I did take the motor apart and clean the bearings. And it works nice and smooth. This one has a thermostat on it as well. But it is just huge. I'm not looking forward to packing this, but I was able to sell it for my full price of $225. This is an old pair of Red Wing leather work boots that I picked up at a church sale for a couple dollars. They were pretty beat up. I did, brush them off and polish them. The soles are rather smooth on them, so I didn't get top dollar, but I did sell them for $35. When I go for box runs, I always pass by the Red Wing shoe store and sometimes pick up some empty boxes. And these again sold for $35. This is still new in the box magazine for a CD changer. This will fit many different models of CD changer. This one was made for Radio Shack, and I was able to get $15 for this. Just a garage sale find. This is a pair of 6x9 oval speakers that came out of a console. I was looking for a part in my garage for something else that I'm listing, and I stumbled across these and grabbed them and listed them quick, and they sold within an hour. They do have a code on them, that 1056 number. I looked it up. That's a Fisher speaker manufacturer. So I was able to include that because I didn't remember what console I pulled these out of. But I listed them separately, 20 bucks a piece, and somebody bought the pair, 40 bucks.